Okay, it's Prey Pirate. Hello, hello. So do I have any dirt? I need dirt. Check out the ender pearl, how that glows. Wow. I got a bee in here? The bee came in here to pollinate my cactus flower? That's interesting. Glow ink is glowier. Do, do, do. Hello, chicken. Once I get this part done, I still got the other 1.5 parts of the building to build. I have come up with an alternative plan to deviate from the original building, taking into account the fact that there are wolves killing sheep, which does not happen in Dallas, Texas, but yeah, it goes downhill here. I'm not gonna build a flat. I'm gonna build a stepped structure. The other wings will be stepped, lower elevation. I feel like I can deviate from the original design a little bit. It is Minecraft. I'm not being graded. Oh boy. Is that a weather alert or somebody wants to message me on Facebook? I don't really want to pay attention to social media today. Take a break. Pretty windy out there. Pretty windy for a hot day. a challenge now to get these when it's all... Well, it's really dark over there. I think they need a light over in that corner of the facility. Whoa. Blah. Problem with the new lighting is you can't really tell. You think you've lit it up pretty good, but you haven't. I need some coal. It's always about making the torches. Snow? Really? Looks like it's bluer. The water has changed a little bit. Wish it would spread differently. More like on flat ground. Spread out. Got a llama on the roof. I see you're happy with yourself. Mansoor Llama. Oh, you're just gonna go all across the all over. We're all out of dirt. At least we're almost done with the roof on this side of the building. Well, hello, Corsi. How are you doing? Happy affiliate anniversary. Yeah, I get that emote today, I guess. My affiliate anniversary was back in May, but whatever. We'll enjoy the emote today. Thank you. How are you doing? Now, you said, I believe, it prompted me so you clicked it. Ah, all the psychological get you to do those things. Um, did you say you had played Power Wash Simulator? You have indeed, yes. So I was thinking of you today. Was playing the I was doing the subway job. I'm still working on the subway job, and I'm just like really. There's a couple things I'm impressed with that game. That subway job's like a good example of it. The like I did the merry-go-round, and that was I thought that I was very impressed with the detail there because like I've worked ride operations, but the subway there's two things like the signage in the middle, like the subway map is really cool, very interesting, kind of funny, but also there's like a timetable there. But the posters they have on the wall are just so clever. They're like it's like they got like four posters that they repeat, and it's like the back. It's like what's going on with this backstory? Did this subway station get abandoned in 1984? And I'm like, wow, they really nailed 1984. I mean, that was my first year of college. They got the font down for the 1984 dirt track championships. They had a really great ad for the opening of the theme park. There was like a 1984 was an election year. 1984 was Mondale Reagan on the national elections. was also like, what's going on with that? I'm doing the Ferris wheel. I'm like, what's going on with that volcano over there? Is this gonna be a It's gonna be a story development here? Again, is it gonna get everything dirty again? Maybe. Maybe. Those aesthetic touches. Yeah, those aesthetic touches are really good. I'm also impressed that they come up with names for like all the parts. I did manage to unlock several achievements. Um, I rode the gnome, the Ferris wheel gnome. That was fun. Monster truck. I cleaned those tires first. That was hard. My God, getting into some of those spots is really quite the challenge. But it's fun. It's very chill. Probably bad for my my arms. So I've decided that with this build, this building in real life, if I recreate the entire museum, there's like another wing that's this big, and then there's like a half wing in between. But this all goes downhill here. So I'm thinking about doing a stepped version of this um, art museum. A little deviation from the original. Then later, I'm going to be building starting a high-rise apartment tower over here. Maybe might be building like a Singapore, like maybe a Singapore type modern apartment tower right over here. Although maybe over there. I think I might want to keep that tree there. This might be a good spot for a park. You can really tell the type of research they did in naming parts in that monastery job. They researched the actual architectural names of the building parts, really? Well, I mean, for a yeah, I mean the game is good. The game is fun because they have paid attention to the parts. Playability is pretty good. Um, there is some variation in the equipment. I mean, I have kind of figured out what stuff how to that kind of is fun to figure that out. Although I'm all out of metal. I'm all out of the the metal cleaner. So I hope you're having a good day today. I've been home most of the day, and we not got coffee. I know it's real hot, but it's like in the 80s right now. I thought it was like up in the upper 90s, but it's a little cooler than I expected. But it's supposed to get hot the next 2 days. You know all about being able to. Do I need to like set aside? Am I gonna need cleaner for something else later on, like more than I need it? More than I need it now. That's the $10,000 question in Muckingham or whatever they call it. Muckingham. Man, last night, oh God, last night I was watching the Storm Chasers last night. So I was watching Storm Chaser IRL and Storm Chaser Reed Timmer. And Reed Timmer, those guys have the Dominator. They go into the tornado. They were all up in. I'm dropping frames like mad. Hold on, let's take a look here. 1.3%. Hmm. Let's quit out of here. Let's restart. Okay. Cat, not now, not a good time. I know you want to get up here. Meow. Drop frames like 1.2%. I really should have none. Let's see if there's something going on here. Might be. I don't know. Let's see. What OBS Studio? OneDrive shouldn't be uploading anything. I haven't been doing anything today. Let's check the good old task manager. Vivaldi. I quit it. I quit the Vivaldi. I quit. I have. Oh. Why is Microsoft Edge open? Okay, Vivaldi. I'm going to close you out. I don't need you open. OneDrive, seriously, yeah. It backs up files, but I haven't really done anything today. I've been cataloging my zines and playing Power Wash Simulator, watching Twitch, YouTube. Okay. So yeah, I was watching the Storm Chasers last night. And they were chasing tornadoes up in North Dakota, and they intercepted like a small tornado. They got right into a very tiny tornado. Then they were chasing a wedge tornado. It must have been like an EF2. It was a pretty big wedge tornado, and they caught up to it. And right after, and they noticed that it had hit a house. So they went up to the house to check on the family that was there. They were all in the basement. They were okay. House was damaged. It wasn't like blown away like that other house that was destroyed. But the one truck thing you'll appreciate is they're driving along the road. They're driving along the road, and there's a truck axle there. And it's like, did the truck axle get blown from that house with all the stuff, or did a truck get blown into the field? Because the tornado later blew over a train. Okay, let's get this up and running again. See how we do. And get this section done. Ah. Cat, not a good time. Not a good time, Cat. You had your time earlier. Go look at the morning doves. Look at the juicy doves. They're still out there cavorting on the porch. How's the stream now? Or can you hear me at all? It looks okay on my monitor. Did a quick 30-minute storm of nasty winds. Caused some tree damage, knocked out power all that night. On Thursday? Okay. Yeah, I guess you guys were getting the remnants of the stuff that came through earlier. So then like that tornado, like they had two big tornadoes up in North Dakota, including the wedge. Then a derecho developed, even like even like this like Storm Chaser IRL, he kind of beat a hasty exit. He's like, I'm getting out of here. The guys, the meteorologists on Reed Timmer's stream, they were looking at the radar and like, yeah, it's going to be like 110 mile an hour winds. Yeah, it looked pretty severe. Hello, Mordem. How are you doing? I have emotes today. Yeah, it's probably the storm that blew out your windows in early May. It took the scenic route. Ah, I dropped some frames. Yeah, it looks like on the stream. Yeah. Well, uh, yes and no. There's an emote that Horsey and I got. A happy affiliate anniversary hat. That's something the system threw in there. Does your screen still show me like stuck in one spot? Up to 1.5. Okay. It's the affiliate anniversary emote. Yeah. So Moradam, I decided, for thinking about this location. I'm moving for you. Okay, so I figured at this, looking at this location, if I'm going to build this museum like it is in real life, the Kimbell Museum, um, it has like another wing that's this size, but it has like a half section of that. So it's like a big C. And I was thinking, given that this goes downhill, I might just make this a stepped, each wing be a little bit lower in that direction. It's a little bit different than real life, but I was going to build a skyscraper, but now I'm like, okay, not too bad. Well, keep me posted if it gets serious again. I don't know what it could be. Well, it could be the weather. Well, thank you, Mordem, for sharing the all the pictures of your redone base. I mean, your recreation of the recreation of Hermitcraft, your Hermitcraft 2 base. Oh, that was not a good idea, Prairie. Yeah, it is my world. Yeah, I'm not going to get sued. I'm not going to get a bad grade. Although, oh wow, I didn't realize there's a, oh, one of the paths is over here. That's going to affect things. I'll have to reroute the path over there. Okay. Not a big deal, but it's not used very much. It's just kind of a, it's for new people. Yeah, it is. Creative interpretation is encouraged. Yeah, I mean, we talked about this last time with trying to recreate trains with 1 meter blocks. You will give me a bad grade? Okay. That is acceptable. Okay. Maybe I could build that skyscraper over there. Yeah, maybe I'll do it over there. I want to kind of. I'm just kind of curious about. I have I want to do something with glass, like a glass skyscraper. Feels like the water in the bucket is bluer than it used to be. Your local viewers. There's actually a basement parking garage under the backside. Okay, we don't have to build. There's offices under. I know that from the original building, there's offices, and there actually is a I think on this side there's a sculpture garden over on this side. Cat. Oh, I know you want attention, but no. Go look at the juicy doves. Yeah, I'm trying to think of, like, I was looking at your build today, Mordem, all the stuff you rebuilt and new things. I'm like, yeah, that's pretty cool, but I need to step up my building game. Well, there's no rules. All right, there are no rules. Although the funny thing is, today I'm working on a watercolor, and I'm not very happy with it. But you know, with art, you have to kind of there's always a point with art that there's going to be a stage in the art that you don't like some part of it, but then you just keep going on. And I realized today that I transferred the drawing to like some like newer cold press paper, like archival paper. And I'm not used to working on cold press. This is what most watercolor artists do. But the design I transferred is not the full design. I'm like looking at it, I'm like kind of confused. Trying to follow along the person I'm watching her paint, and she's not talking about her painting. She's just doing it. But I'm like, this is kind of an abstract. It's basically like a close up of roses and some leaves, so it really doesn't matter. So I can just have some fun with it, you know. I'm working on another a more complicated bigger watercolor of a parrot, another parrot, and hibiscus flowers. That one I want to make sure I am pretty detailed about. So I got a lot of stuff I'm working on. I also started a chicken watercolor. This is like an original watercolor that I'm working on, so kind of doing some of the base layers of it. Trust the process and trust the pattern with every craft project. Yeah. I think that's what you got to do with that's the advice I would give a young artist or any like new artist, is that um it's a process, and there's gonna be stages where the art looks kind of ugly, or you may not like where something's going, but and there's always mistakes, you know, and that's part of, you can always fix mistakes, but also people buy art, they expect mistakes. They don't want something that's done by AI, you know. They don't want this Enderman carrying blocks around here. Oh, okay, well, yeah, well, that's a different thing, the sports. The 76ers. Trust the process. My sister, one of my sisters, one of my oldest sister, who normally gets me upset about my art, she asked one interesting question, one annoying question. It was actually, it was not a question. She shared with me my art that she liked, and that was kind of interesting to hear. Even though it was like, I was like, okay, that's art from like when I was in high school, but you know that's what she knows, so that's okay. But maybe the 76ers should try making some like complex stocking patterns. Yeah. Okay. we're gonna take a little break from this. I want to start something. I want to dabble with something, and then we'll come back over here. Okay, I need to get some aqua dye. Okay, I'm gonna make some aqua dye. They can't be worse than when they playing basketball and it actually matters. Yeah, I know, it's frustrating. Well, at least the NBA Finals will produce a new winner, either the Pacers or the Thunder. So that'll be a treat to one of their fan bases. Oh, so my sister made a asked one question that was interesting, and she shared the art that she liked. The question was kind of a rather basic question, and she said, "Do you ever have problems with perfectionism with your art?" And I think that's probably a very common question that non-artists have about art. Um, I imagine there are some artists out there that are very perfectionist oriented. Don't all artists have problems with perfectionism with their art? I only have cyan dye. What do I need for cyan? I need blue and green? Okay. That should be enough for this experiment. I mean, you would think that with my art, you've seen my art, it's very realistic. Um and you would think it would lend itself to perfectionism. I think perfectionism could. I don't think all artists suffer from it. I think that it's probably a common issue, and um, you would it's an issue with even abstract artists. That's probably something that a lot of lay people don't understand. Um, you're not an art perfect. You like the imperfections. Yeah, I think it takes a while. It takes a lot of experience and wisdom to sort of understand that art is about imperfections. That's what makes it made by a human and not by like like AI. Although AI has the six fingers imperfections, but that's more of a uh I would say that for me, I have a little bit of like I don't have a problem with perfectionism. I have a problem with like maybe a little bit of in advance perfectionism. Like it's hard for me to get started on some of these paintings because they are very realistic, and it's kind of like you want to do it right, so it comes out good. I mean, I'm confident in my skills. I know it'll come out fine, but it's just like still, I'm like, oh my God, it's gonna take hours to do. Um, but the flip side of that is like a good artist or an artist with wisdom understands that what we jokingly say, like if you're working on a project, like like a craft project or any kind of art project, you kind of have to abandon the painting. You can fuss around, you can keep fussing around with something, but you could always do more things to a painting most of the time, or illustration or whatever. But at some point, you got to say, okay, it's time to it's done as much as it can be done. It's time to move on. It's time to abandon the painting. You prefer an artist's voice over absolute realism? Yeah, I mean, I think I was much more of a hyper realist painter as a teenager. I could probably do that again, but there's two things stopping me. One is I don't have all that free time that I did as a teenager. Number two, exactly what Moradin says. You don't want to be if you are the problem with photorealism. It can tend to be really kind of barren. It feels like it's not, it's like it's too perfect. It's not. It doesn't have like an artist voice to it, as Moradin says. Yeah, exactly. Perfectionism isn't the real term. Maybe the sense of like, yeah, count. Yeah, maybe you're talking about like a little bit of a mixture of like imposter syndrome, a little bit mixed in there. Which is a okay, Kat, you're gonna jump up here. You taking over my chair? Yeah, it's imposter syndrome is a problem a lot of artists deal with. There's a lot of videos out there about that. Um, but yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, you could look at something and you're like, yeah, I don't, this isn't my. Could I do better? Yeah, I mean, that's a big part of it. But yeah, my sister was she had just asked about perfectionism. Now, yeah, exactly. Holistic view of your art as being substandard to you. Like, yeah, like you're looking at your pieces and you're like, I could do better, or is this the best thing I can do, right? Okay, we need to make some glass. Um, I think I got some glass here. Yeah, gonna make a little bit. Yeah, I got a lot of cyan left over. Okay, I don't need that much for this experiment. It took you designing two stockings to realize your figure's faces were always good to have a certain look. Just your style, your way of doing faces, exactly. Once you realize what your style is, there's no going back. I think that's what a lot of artists tend to think. I mean, I tend to agree with the school of thought that some of the YouTubers um, try to convey that I think it's important to tell younger artists that new artists and younger artists that don't conclude early on that you know your style. Keep experimenting. You may find out there's a few things that you're doing that you know, are kind of the way you do things. That's fine, but you may find you have several styles, you know. So, and then I also look at it like, you know, I'm not going to get too wrapped up in my style. I'm just going to, you know, my mentality is, yeah, I have a way of doing things. I'm not really going to be too conscious of it. Unless it's like a certain look, like a certain pattern or something like that. So my sister also, she told me like which of my art pieces she really liked. And I had to bite my tongue because I thought she was gonna mention this one acrylic piece that I did that looks abstract, but my mom had it hanging on her wall in her bedroom for decades. And I did this in college. It was not, I didn't finish it, and it was not, if she knew what it was about, she definitely would not have had it hanging on the wall. But it was pretty, it's pretty abstract, so, I don't know, she's a fan of my work. I mean, she's put a lot of my art on the wall of her new, retirement, apartment, which is real cute. Okay, I'm gonna build an office building up here. I was thinking about putting it over there by that big tree, but I like that tree there. It's kind of like, I kind of feel like it's like a historic old oak. And there needs to be a park up there. So that's my thinking here. So I'm thinking about doing little modernist. This is gonna be a little modernist apartment building, sort of a Singapore style apartment building. So I have a wall. Build a proper a proper historic oak. Oh, okay. I need to accentuate. The only thing you feel you lack in life is a buddy who geek out with me over designing and making the stockings. Friends supporting, but they aren't hyper to the craft. Yeah, I definitely. You need an armor stands, add a wounded Santa Ana underneath it. I was actually thinking about Santa Ana earlier today. Oh, so my sister, my oldest sister, um, she had a birthday the other day. Um, she tends to she tends to get under my skin with when I talk about whenever my art comes up. That's why I don't like talking to her about my art. Because she feels like she can give me advice about doing art or running an art business, and I'm like, I think I can handle that. I'm an adult. But she did. She shared two of the art pieces that she liked that I did. So one was a little. My mom still has it. My mom has still has this drawing I did. It's a drawing about the size of a tablet, like a small tablet. So probably about 3 by 6 inches. I think I did this. I think I did this in high school. It's a little like drawing I did. Like it's sort of a cubist style, and it was like a cubist like little drawing of a person at a bar, and it had the words bar, but the rest of it, like the figure and the background, was very cubist. So she liked that. That was kind of interesting to hear that she liked that painting. That there's a drawing. Um, and then she liked my this print I did for my mom called I did an etching of a kitchen. It's a line drawing of a kitchen with some flowers, and I had it says the words. It has the words "flowers for mums." It's kind of a bad pun, but I did that as a etching in printmaking. I got multiple copies of it, and one of the better copies went to my mom, and she um, cubism is a very particular case. She's unique. Yeah, I would say that. Yeah, I'd say that my sister has. She has some pretty sophisticated art. Yeah, I think she's got some pretty sophisticated art tastes. Yeah, I know you want some attention, but we are busy right now. Oh, I know. So if I do this, let's see how this looks. Oh, so she liked this etching too. I have a I want to do more printmaking right now. I would love to get access to a studio. We have a couple places in town where I can do printmaking, and I've been wanting to do it on stream, but I just haven't been able to have a place that I can do the printing. I could probably do it here in the garage. Um, I gotta clean out my mess. Um, that's a long story about my experience with printmaking in college. I did wood blocks and I did etching. I took several semesters of printmaking, intaglio, which is etching, mezzotint, etching, intaglio, wood block printing. Um, and I enjoyed it, but in college I ran into a an artist block. I probably would have been okay if I had just like done some realism. Um, but I was doing a lot of like conceptual and kind of pseudo political art um, in my other classes. So I had problems. Whoa, I had problems getting started making anything. Well, it's a pig. I thought it was a pink sheep. I thought I turned off the cough button. Yeah, I still I'm doing a little better during the day. I get a little coughing and some nose, some stuffiness, but it's harder at night. I've been taking Allegra. Oh, okay. I want to hang this should be hanging over. I really can't tell it's aqua. It looks blue against the sky. That's okay. I want to do like a glass exterior, like kind of a modern looking building. Okay, that's just I wanted to see what that looked like. Having problems with this button. You thought it was light blue? This thing is not updating my Okay, I'm looking at it on my monitor. That's okay there, light blue. I'll have to look around for some examples. This is fine, but screen colors would be slightly off. True. Yeah, I think if the idea of I want to do like a modern, like some modern apartment towers. I may go look at some stuff off the internet. I also have some of my father's old uh, books, architecture books from the 50s and 60s, and that's got a lot of modernist sort of like apartment. Like I know I got a couple volumes of the. Okay, yeah, I hear you, more damn. It'd be nice if you could find somebody to craft with. Would you be up for like doing it like online, like if you had a chat person? That's kind of important though, having somebody you can doing the same kind of stuff that you are. Now, the thing is, are these ends? Do the ends a crafting bee? Yeah, you're crafting, like people get together and craft, like knit or crafting bee. They also call them stitch and bitch. Other kind of get-togethers. But somebody's doing something like what you're doing. I mean, what if you could like find somebody like on Pinterest or Instagram. Your long-term goal is to stream while you sew. Yeah, I mean, you if you have your like if you do it on a regular basis and um have a good description, and then make connections with other, maybe similar, maybe not the same thing. I mean, I know that there's like, yeah, but there's got to be people out there that are doing that. But yeah, it's pretty important to be able to have somebody you can talk to. I've watched YouTube videos recently where they've talked about developing your network of people you can talk to about your art. Like I could probably, I can ask my friends on Facebook, my local art friends, for feedback, but having like a more like get together. I used to do that. I used to have an artist get together. Um, used to do that about 10 years ago on weekends. Back when I wasn't doing art that seriously, but I got together with a bunch of local cartoonists. That was a lot of fun. Not a lot of original artists. Okay. But the people who do the stockings from kits might be your audience. That might be the audience there. But yeah, finding people. Corsi, have I been dropping any frames? A brush and shush. Oh, you're just listening. Okay, thank you. Um, yeah, I'm trying to figure out if I can. I am gonna go over to. We're gonna go over to the browser. I'm gonna look at some. Let's look at the blueprint. Let's look at some stuff of. Let's look at some. Let's look at the art museum. Let's take. I'm gonna look at if there's any, how much space there is between the wings. So let me see if I can find list of railway museums. Oh yeah, I was working on that map, updating, kind of on a break from GeoGuessr. I thought about streaming today, but yeah, I almost did GeoGuessr. Kimbell Art Museum. Okay, here we go. I've been having problems with my internet. maybe it's I have 57 tabs open. Yeah, you need to find your art group. I need an art group, and I need right now, chat guys. Um I've been going through my stuff. I've moved all my stuff out of my storage unit, or most of it. Try to get the rest of it out this week, but I am swamped here at my friend's house with my magazine and zine collection from the 90s and 00s, and my books. And I've been putting the books for sale on Abe Books, ABE Books, because Amazon I'm tired of. So that's a long process of putting books online for sale. So um, I'm like in the middle of I got my art stuff organized. Okay, art museum plans. Okay, let me put this up in the window. Hold on. Let's see. Okay, there you go. You can let me know if you see my the thing I used to go to was a weekly. We got together at a coffee shop and then an art supply store. Me and a bunch of all the local comic artists, and I would kind of work on my own things, and um, it was called Drawing Frenzy. Okay, I would need to look at let's see. I need a plan. That's kind of what it's supposed to look like. See, I probably could have done that the exterior in light gray. But you can see where I started there, there's like an open spot there with some fountains. Um, you guys see what I'm seeing? Why is it still showing the talk stream? There you go. You see floor plans? Good. Good. Yeah, the inside. It's kind of they've got the vaulted ceiling, got the lights. Oh, okay. So this part, huh? Kind of a wood floor there. Building number one, yeah. Cat. Here's the okay. So this is the view from above. Okay. So I built the part on the right. You like the fountains on the back side? Okay. So I built this section on the right, and then I need to build the next section is like four, and then another. Cat, stop it! Both of you need to calm down. Calm down, cats. You're not getting any attention right now. So there's like a little like tree in that one section. that's interesting. Oh, that's got like a oh, that's got a window curtain wall there. Ah, okay. Let's go. Maybe we'll build that next. Here's the plan. Is the entrance Moradin? Is the entrance like here on the left? Paint and complaint. Write that down. Paint and complaint. Yeah, stitch and bitch is a term that's been used for many years. There's other variations on it. Paint and complaint. Where's the library part? Is that the middle part? Is that right there? Where is this section? Where's the plan? Let's see. Where is the floor plan? There's a lower floor plan. Where's the? It's not. Oh, that's a expansion. Upper level plan. Okay, here we go. Right, it's courtyard leading to other buildings, part of the museum. Okay. Oh, I see. So that part of the light wall, the wall, that's in the middle section. Okay, that's interesting. They got stairs there. What is 11? Light court. Okay. Librarian. Where's the librarian? Gallery, gallery, gallery. 12 is upper part of conservatives court. Okay. Huh. Auditorium over there. Okay, interesting. Auditorium. Porticos. Okay, so the porticos. Okay, so there really isn't much space in between the wings. Entrance gallery. Okay. Oh, okay. 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 It's 84 now. It feels like hot. I guess the heat index is really high. Okay. we continue with some Minecraft. Let me get the Minecraft back up and running. Well, cats, I know you want attention. We'll go another half hour at least. Yeah, Mishka, you want attention? I know your sister, your roommate wants it too. It's not your sister. I don't think you guys are related. You're gonna rub it. Okay, you're gonna rub against that. Okay, do what you need to do, cat. Okay. Let's get this back up. All right, back to the Minecrafting. Kitties who live in the same house are always siblings. That's the rule. Yeah, you know they might as well be. They might as well be. Right now, Mishka, who's the boy tabby, wants to jump up here. His sister, Frankie, I don't know where she went. She was trying to get up here earlier. She's really cute. She likes these little mice, these like fake mice. She's one of those cats that are into the fake mice, and she'll like put it in her mouth and she'll be like stalking the birds on the porch. It's really cute because we have a lot of birds on the deck because we feed the birds. Okay, so moving. Let's do the next level. I think I want to. The next level is going to be 2 blocks down. I think. Let's see. Oh, you know I haven't even done this part yet. Uh-oh. Ow. Okay. So we need to start the next one. Let's cut down some of these trees. We need some lumber. Oh, I wish I knew some of the other words for the sewing circle, stitch and bitch. I've been going through so many of my zines. I am not run into any like crafting zines. They're out there. My huge collection of underground alternative literature from the 90s and 00s. Do I have a I don't know if I have a guide. Try to see if I have one of the old review magazines. You know, I was gonna do a stream. I've been thinking over the years of doing a stream just about my magazine collection, which I'm getting rid of, by the way. I've told my friends, I'm making a list of everything. I'm doing a big long directory of all my magazines, and I'm going to send the list to some archives, some friends of mine that run archives. They're going to have the first say, and then I have some other friends who are interested. So we're going to kind of first dibs will be the library archives. So what do we have here? This is okay, so if I'm doing, I'll leave a little bit of room here. Let's leave 2. So we'll do a step down to, yeah, let's do this. The next level be here. Excuse me. Oh, this is the portico. This does not have them. Never mind, there's no wood here. Let's see, do I have some regular stone? There we go. I imagine there must have been a ton of crafting meetups that flourished during the pandemic. Look at all these bees. Hello, bees. Wait a minute. Let's see. Okay, so who is that? Well, 1, 2, 3, 6. Okay, chat, I'll be right back. I gotta take a quick bio break. Okay. I had to get some liquid and some cheese. The essentials. More of them, I think. Thinking about how to find somebody in your neck of the woods. My thoughts would be both traditional and social media. I don't know if you're on Facebook or Instagram. That might be one way to. Or you could always, if you're not on those things, you could always ask a family member who's on there to like do a search, like search for artists that do what you do, like using keywords, like stocking, Christmas stocking art, or whatever the keyword, and you might find somebody who's relatively local. Because Instagram could be pretty good at showing your local artists and all that. Yeah, after that, I would say I would go to like the local craft store that's independently owned and talk to somebody there about if they know of any groups or anybody that does that kind of work. You have to go to an independent store because somebody at like Hobby Lobby or Michael's, they're not going to know. Probably not. All right. I got my cheese. Okay. Yeah, I got some. I'm just eating some Happy Valley provolone from Aldi, which is pretty darn good for a late night snack. I'm going to relocate these bees. Maybe to the meadery. We do have a designated location here, chat, for the meadery. That's another project that needs attention. Okay. What did I say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. You search regularly for groups? Yeah, there just may not be something, you know? It's cheese, you want the cheese? Now, I hear something outside. It's either fireworks or gunfire. I'm going to be optimistic and think that since it's a week till it's July 4th is nearby, it's probably fireworks. Okay. Oh, Mordem is tossing you an organic Valley mozzarella cheese stick. There you go. Aldi has pretty good cheese. We like to get I'm a fan because my mom is a vegetarian who's very picky about cheese, so I am not, but Happy Valley is rennet free, so it's good for mom. What am I okay, I'm counting how long are these vaults? The vaults are, I think, 30 meters. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 6, 8. 30. Okay. Ah, cheese sticks. Cheese. You know, you guys, as you may have heard, I've been struggling lately. Um, especially with food, but I got food in the house. Some friends helped me out. Pantry helped me out, and I've been little money come in. So I've been I when I used to review when I used to get a lot of zines sent to me like 20, 25, 30 years ago, and I used to have a zine and people would send me money, and sometimes I just would not get to all that mail, and I would go back like years later through that mail and I'd find checks and money. And a couple days ago I was opening up an envelope that had a zine, and I looked through it and $20. So I spent that on some groceries. I'm like, okay, if I get any money right now from this zines, if I sell any books, I'm gonna if I get like $15, $20, I'm gonna go out and buy some basics, food stuff. So like the other day I bought some relish. I bought yesterday I bought 2 containers of Barilla pasta for like 250 each. So that'll get me at least like 5 meals. Put some tomato sauce on there or some pesto. Planning ahead, planning ahead. So okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 2, 4, 5, 26. You know, the banging, the exploding is continuing, so I think it's fireworks. Okay. Now I made everybody. My streams always make people hungry. I don't know. No, food critic. What more can I say? So I have a gap of 2. Yep. Okay, so this has to go down. Two. Yeah, that'll work out for this terrain. That's true. Yes, that is true. Food binds us together as friends. We always talk about food. Yes, we do. Well, that's an easy thing to talk about, you know. We all have common, we all have to eat. We have our joys. And I have threatened to do a food stream, and that may happen here later this summer. I have given some thought to getting like some mobile streaming equipment and going out there and taking you guys to some restaurants, some food neighborhoods. Because I do have some long term plans for the World Cup. Still happening next year. Hello, Rabbit. That'd be fun. Well, it does help that, I've watched enough, I watch a lot of IRL streamers. Pretty much what I watch more than gamers at this point. It's IRL streamers. So I kind of got a vibe for like what kind of equipment they need. But that's going to have to wait until I'm working again and have the money. Obviously. So this is like the entrance. It'll be the entrance area here. So this is a big build. I could use some of that aqua. I got all that aqua glass. Well, sure. Let's play with the aqua. You've been cleaning, organizing, purging crap supplies again? Yeah. That's kind of what I'm trying to get to, Mordim. I have a high school friend who's who posted today. She just moved from Kansas City to Lawrence, and she just got married. And she's like posted. She's like going through all her stuff and giving stuff away. So that's kind of what I'm doing. I didn't really have time to go through my stuff while getting my parents' house cleaned out so they could sell it. So now I'm going to go through and I'm going to do a purge, do organization, and get repack stuff. Probably I want to get rid of all these paper bag, these grocery bags I used to move stuff around temporarily. I'd like to get like some regular storage bins too. Um, Definitely looks more aqua here. It may not be fireworks. Maybe like something. Maybe some sort of like late night construction. Kind of feels like it's like bum 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 bum. Some yeah. Bum bump. Oh, after moving things around to paint another room, your craft space is a wreck. Yeah, it's like you gotta make a. You gotta. Yep, you gotta do a little bit of make a mess to get organized. Classic. Okay, so we need I don't want that. Not glass. Oh, okay. Need to make more concrete, chat. Do we have gravel? What do I need all this stuff? Okay, that sounds like fireworks. It's like the end of the the end of the display when all they do all the fireworks. It might be the. I wonder if it's the Royal Stadium. What time is it? Is the Royals game? It's 10 o'clock. Yeah, it could. That's like. Yeah, it's Friday night fireworks. I saw the. I went to the Royals game like 3 weeks ago. Saw the fireworks, so it is. Yeah, it would make sense, but that's like that's a good like 10 miles away. Hmm. Well, it'll be fun. At some point, we get this all done and put the paintings in there. That'd be a good mod pack to get. Is like a painting, like extra paintings. Oops. Hey, Mordem, did you watch any of the Hermits today? You've been tempted to add the painting tweak? Yeah, I might look into that. Sorry, wandering merchant. You watched Cub Fan? Okay, yeah, I did. I watched I think I watched. So you watched the same stream. I think I watched Good Times of Scar. It was either Cub Fan or Good Times of Scar. Did you see the new their new tennis? The new tennis game? Why are you offering me an emerald? Oh, you. Oh, buckets of water for an emerald? Hmm. Uh. Uh. mm, No thanks. I need that bucket. I need that bucket. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I get this wrong? Really? it should match this. That's wrong. Yeah, they have a, yeah. Somebody came up with a tennis game which uses gas. I think it's gas. I don't think it's, yeah, it's gas. Oh, I had my thing turned off. Sorry, chat. What happens when you get coughing? I need to get a webcam so you guys can tell me my face, my mouth is moving. Oh wait, did I mess this up again? What? Two, three, four. That is wrong there. Okay. This is correct. So we're gonna don't do those three. Do wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is it the middle one's 4, right? Was it 4 or 3? I'm already confused. It's 4. Okay, 4. Okay. Okay. I see what I did wrong. Let's see. So there should be one that starts right here. two over? Two over from this one. Okay. That's... Oh, yeah, I know it's 3. Sorry. Okay. All right. That time of night where I get to take another Allegra for 12 hours. I really need it. I'm starting to get all stuff verklempt. 2, 3. Okay. That matches up. Okay. Well, this is 3. This is wrong. Lined up wrong, but it's also in the wrong area. Oh boy. So that's the entrance portico there. The wall needs to go here. Not back there. That's wrong. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay, so the exit to the portico. I'll have to look at that. I'll have to look at that up on one of the pictures, but it would be... That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have to get all, I have to fix all that. That's all wrong. But at least I know what 30 meters is. 30 meters. Yeah, the portico is going to be over here. The entrance portico. Sir, you're in the way. And then this is wrong over here. Where is that wrong? 1, 2, 3, 6. Oops. So I get messed up. Okay, there we go. Now I'll probably have to come up with some sort of stairs. Transition between levels. Anyway, we made some progress, chat. This is probably a good place to stop. I gotta take some meds and give my voice a rest. My voice is doing pretty good though. So I'm getting stuff in the lungs right now. Not gonna be fun to deal with overnight. Tired of the coughing fits, but anyway. Well, I will see you guys tomorrow. Probably. I need a different skin. For ATS, the quest to get Corsi a bigger garage and a better truck. No, that's the main thing. Better truck. Truck upgrade. Well, good night, Mortem. It's good to talk to you. Have a good rest of your Saturday night. Have a good day tomorrow. I will talk to you guys soon. Arrivederci. Hola.